Hey guys.
Alright folks, we're here today to check out a Patreon request from this patrono right here. The name of the band is Dark Embrace. The name of the song is Personal Hell. I think during these past couple of years we've all gone through some personal hells. I know I've gone through mine. I don't know anything about the band besides the fact that somebody on Patreon requested it. I have a sneaky suspicion it was somebody from the band, but let's not tell anybody.
They're going undercover, you know.
I'm finding more people signing up to Patreon and requesting their own bands. Fuck, do it.
Do it.
Do it. Your money is as good as anybody else's. Like, we'll fucking take it. You know, we don't make any money here on YouTube anyways. We don't monetize our videos. So fuck it. You want us to check out your band and it's shit as fuck? We don't care. Put it up on Patreon and we're going to give it a spin. And then we'll just roast you if that's the case. I mean, there's no such thing as bad publicity. That's what P. Diddy said.
I don't know about that.
Unless you're Ron Jeremy.
There's been some times where we've torn bands to shreds and there was like no,
no redeeming values in it?
Yeah, there was like no light at the end of the tunnel.
There were still a couple of people in those videos saying that the song was really good in the comment section. But that could be the people in the band too. So
it could be.
You know, you never know. You can't trust everything you see on the internet. Anyhow, you ready for this?
Yeah.
playing Russian roulette. All right. Your
All right.
thoughts. Your thoughts on this one.
Okay. Instrument wise, like guitars, drums, just the overall sound of the instruments and everything. Enjoyed. Thoroughly enjoyed.
What about the symphonic stuff?
I mean,
I didn't mind actually.
I didn't mind, but for me, I like the drivenness of the song.
The guitar riff is really good.
It's really good. Yeah, I like the song.
Guitar, the melodic guitar riff is really good, and the solo too.
But I'm saying overall, instrument wise, good job.
Okay,
like that's my.
I agree with you so far.
So,
I think we're gonna be on the same page here.
You know.
So can I go? So you said
no. I was gonna say Rasputin over there. You know, with his bullet hole weirdly placed.
Third eye.
Yeah, because if you shoot yourself from here, maybe.
No, but he was tilting backwards, so.
Yeah, but would it come out? Would it come out that? Like
but
whatever.
It was millimetric. Okay.
His voice was like I don't think the voice fit, but I know how to make the voice fit, and it's because. It's like he was trying to do Rotten Christ vocals, but he didn't have that oomph. Like his voice was too dry. He needs to moisturize the pipes a little bit.
He sweat it up.
He needs to wet up his pipes because he was definitely not doing the Yachty vocal technique before this recording because it was so thin. His vocals were too thin and they were getting lost sometimes in the mix.
But I think you can fix that with better mixing.
Dude, I just didn't like the sound of them. In certain parts, yes, but I just all the time like that, dude. They weren't. It was not.
Okay, so what I didn't like about the vocals was the other vocals that would come in
with the clean ones.
Yeah, like
I didn't like those either. But what I was saying,
felt like completely out of place. They didn't belong there.
I didn't like the vocals.
It was annoying.
Ways.
Like, what the fuck are these vocals coming in here?
Let me say, I didn't. If I had to choose between the vocals, I'm choosing those like graspy ones. But they weren't good.
I felt like his vocals were better in the chorus than they were in the verses. They're
only good if you can layer them with a better set of vocals.
No, you can layer his vocals like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, then it makes that thickness.
Then he gives it thickness, and you don't need anything else.
What I'm saying is,
so many bands do that.
I said Rotten Christ because if his voice was similar to he was like,
yeah, but Rotten Christ sings.
Dude, he was like 50%.
Sings slower.
But he was like
this song has more.
But he was 50% there. He was 50% there. All he needed was some.
Said.
All he needed was some bass.
I'm sure somebody said it.
All he needed was some bass in his voice, and it would be even better because it sounded too thin. It needed.
I'll give you that.
Because
I'll give you
that's what made it get lost. But if you try mixing it a better way, I think you're gonna lose some on other elements in the song.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Okay, so my take on this is somewhat similar to yours, but yet somewhat different.
Okay.
Sound-wise, we're in full agreement. I that guitar solo was outstanding. That melodic riff that pretty much is the whole song, I really dig.
Yeah, I didn't get bored.
No, it was really good. Because it was fast too. Like,
yeah.
I fucking digged it. So sound-wise, even the symphonic elements I thought were appropriate because they enhanced the melody that the riff had. So all of that stuff, I'm on board. Sound-wise, we're on the same page. Now, vocally, first of all, I didn't like those clean vocals that would come out of God knows where. I just didn't feel like the song needed it, called for it, was asking, like, just didn't add anything whatsoever. So that, to me, was the first thing that I'm like, okay, just fucking get rid of that. First of all. Now, his voice grew on me as the song progressed. Now, I thought it was stronger in the chorus because the chorus... The sound that the song has in the chorus matches a little bit better to how thin and stretched out his voice is. So I felt like his voice in the chorus was actually pretty good the way it was. Is in the verses that I had a little bit more of a problem digesting it because like you said, they felt a little thin. But that's easy to solve. You just layer it.
No.
But like 5 layers, 6 layers of his vocals, and it sounds perfectly fine.
I can agree with you in the chorus part because the chorus part you did sound better. But I honestly like.
And when he
those style of vocals are good when you can have other vocals, a different sound of vocals layered with them. They're too ear scratchingly thin to be by themselves throughout the entire song.
I don't completely disagree. I just felt like there were certain times
where they were good by themselves.
themselves.
Okay, but I can agree with you on that. But what I'm saying
But
is...
to me was when he would change his delivery. Like when the song was going at his fastest and his delivery was more neck and neck with the momentum of the song, they felt better. When he changed that delivery and he kind of slowed down his own delivery, that's when you noticed that they were a little bit thin.
Okay.
Because the song at that point also wasn't as thick sound-wise.
But listen. Those parts where they were good, but they weren't great. No. And the reason why is because, yes, those fast parts, having those vocals, keeping them neck and neck, it was perfect. But
overall, I agree with you. The song needed better vocals.
I think the vocals overall needed a kick to them. And I think he just needed to add a little bit more bass into his vocals and add just some more overly graspiness. But keep that, when you end off a sentence, you keep that soul-leaving effect. Then, amazing song. And kick out those clean vocals. But... as it is,
vocally the song feels a little bit of a letdown compared to how good the sound is.
Yes,
I agree. I agree with that.
No amount of mixing can fix the fact that.
No, but that's the vocalist that they have, unless they get a different vocalist.
No, but listen, you can have those. His vocals are good. I'm not saying they're not good, but I'm saying what he has is a good stepping stone for what he can be.
Assuming that's
the last step.
I mean that you don't know.
All you need to do, listen. I'm no vocalist.
You're making a lot of assumptions.
I'm no vocalist. Okay, I'm not gonna pretend I am a vocalist. But what I am gonna say is.
But he does karaoke.
And I was pretty good, man. My Creed.
His Creed karaoke.
Water upon.
He's got a deep one.
You know.
That's also what she said.
Wouldn't he say that? She's got a deep one.
She could tell him that I have a deep one. And I need you to fill it all the way.
Oh, okay.
And then to quote Steel Panther, do you need one or two?
Oh, okay. The vocals are good. They're just too thin. The best way, in my opinion, to make them better is to, in your delivery, try and add a little bit of life into the soulness that they are. Because adding that life in those faster parts will actually make the vocals go more hand in hand.
They may even have another guy in the band with a little bit of a deeper voice that they could use it as a backing vocalist behind him as a layer with a little bit. So you have the screeching over the top, and then you have a little bit of a lower, like on the mix, a little bit lower, but vocals. And there needs to be
a balance.
Even those clean vocals that came in were freaking annoying. But if they were lower.
There needs to be a balance.
But if they were lower, I think they would have worked better.
Probably.
The way they were just didn't work.
But what I'm saying is there needs to be a balance.
It was like some people just freaking talking in the middle of the song.
The vocals need thickness, either thickness within the same vocalist or thickness with different vocals layered in.
I don't disagree. And like I said, those clean vocals, if they were lower, they may have actually worked. But it just sounded like they were recording the song and somebody walked in the recording room.
And did karaoke.
And it was just talking. Like, you know, like, hey, did you guys see my Uber that I ordered? Like, you know, it just kind of felt like that. It felt so out of place. So that's all. That's all I got to say. We're not that far apart.
No.
We're not that far apart. I mean, we're right next to each other. But anyways, we're not that far apart. So, but it's not a complete dud.
No, it's not a complete dud.
We've heard worse.
Oh, definitely.
A lot worse. All right. On that note, guys, thank you for the Patrono that requested this. Thank you for watching. Let us know your thoughts on the band, on the vocalist. Hit us up in the comment section. We'll see you all at the next video.
See ya.
You know what I just thought?
What?
The vocals were as thin as that barrel of that gun. That was a tiny little...
That
was like a pencil dick barrel gun.
I don't know how it did that big of a hole in his forehead. I mean, it did look like it could shoot BBs, like...
Jesus Christ, like that
was...
a
jelly bean blaster.
Like, what the fuck? You know what it looked like? Those ones from the cartoons when you press bang, like a stick comes out with a flag that says bang?
It was one of those, guns that models.
What?
It's like a modeling gun.
A modeling gun?
Yeah, you know how...
Like he goes on the...
You know, yeah, on the
catwalk?
Yeah, you know those, like, anorexic models.
Anorexic gun?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That gun needs a couple more pounds. Its BMI is very low.
Don't skin shame the gun.
Skin shame? The gun has no skin.
Or skinny shame.
I'm body shaming the gun.
You're body shaming the gun. This is horrible. For all those people that identify themselves as guns now, they're going to be offended by your comments.
And they're going to pull the trigger on me.
Damn right. It's better than yours. All right.
What?
I don't know.